welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to talk about what I'm doing differently with baby number 2. So I've written a whole list, and I just want to say that it's been like 4.5 years since I've had a newborn, so there are some things that I have forgotten and will probably like change up once we have the baby. However, there are some things that I definitely haven't forgotten. I feel like Theodore's first year was very difficult, and I suffered a lot of postpartum depression and anxiety. So this time around, I just want to set ourselves up for the most success. And yeah, with all that said, if you enjoyed this type of video, give it a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and let's get. So the first thing that I am doing differently with baby number 2 is we're actually having a home birth. So I had an amazing birth experience with Theodore. He was born in a birthing clinic, and it was an all-natural water birth. We do plan on having a water birth again, just we want to do it in the comfort of our own home, which will be nice because it means Theodore can be there. And also, given the whole world circumstances, we just feel like it's the best thing for our family. So that is what we will be doing different. In saying that, we are also going to have, well, we've already hired her, but we're having a doula for emotional support pre, post, and during birth. Prepartum, postpartum, and during birth. So I think this is really important because it's something that I really struggled with Theodore. I felt like I didn't have the emotional support around me that I needed. So this time around, especially with my family being in New South Wales, I feel like it's really important to have that doula support and just have a go-to person when we're feeling a little anxious. Also, this is Luca's first baby, so I feel like it will be a great opportunity for him to have some support other than just me and him and Theo. So yeah, that is what we are doing differently. The next thing I am doing differently is we are going to be consuming the placenta. Now, I did try to do this with Theodore, but we forgot to put the placenta in the fridge and left it out overnight, and obviously you can't consume it because of cross-contamination and bacteria, and it's just not a good thing to do. So this time around, now that we have a doula, it's going to be her thing to like organize, and that way we don't have to think about it. She is either going to organize to have it encapsulated, or we're going to do a smoothie. I'm still thinking about what we want to do, but she is going to help us with that process. Okay, another thing that we are doing differently is we're not telling anybody our baby name until the baby is born. With Theodore, we chose his name super early and just told everyone, and we have had a million different comments on his name, and I'm just not all for that. I just want to choose it with Luca and keep it between ourselves, because no matter what, like, that's going to be the name, and I just don't want to have other people's influence and opinions brought into our experience. Moving on to baby, because I feel like a lot of that is like birth related and pregnancy related, but the things that I want to do it differently once baby has actually arrived is I want to do baby wearing. I didn't do that with Theodore. Theo was great. He just like would chill in the pram and would be happy to be set down, but I really want a baby wear this time because I feel like it will be a great transition in the 4th trimester, and I feel like it's going to make things a little bit easier. And being like second child, I just feel like it will be very practical. I'm also not doing a sleep schedule. So with Theodore, I did I tried so many different sleep schedules, and I put so much pressure on myself and on him, and I have a lot of guilt around it, and I just would get stressed, and it's just not worth it to us. We're just going to go off baby's cues and not worry about like if baby's gonna sleep between 1 and 4 o'clock, or you know, not be obsessed with the clock, because I just feel like it just amplified the anxiety and the depression and wanting to control things. I'm just gonna let it do its own thing. And to add on to that, we are not doing any schedules. We are just going off purely baby's cues. We're just, yeah, no feeding schedules, no sleep schedules. We are going to do everything on demand, because I just had a horrible time with Theodore, so I just don't want to have any expectations and then be let down. I'm just gonna go with the flow, because life is flowy over here. Okay, another thing that I am doing differently is with Theodore, I would pump an express milk and he would get fed a bottle in the middle of the night. Now, I strongly believe that was why my milk supply dropped, because of like that lack of demand on feeding during the night. So I'm not going to be doing that. I have a pump and I have a harker, but I am not going to have any expectations. I'm pretty much going to exclusively breastfeed, and then if I feel like pumping, I'll pump, but it's going to be like 99% breastfeeding instead of mixed breastfeeding and pumping. So hopefully my milk supply doesn't dry out like it did with Theo. Another thing that we're doing differently, which is like pregnancy related, is we're obviously, well, if you're new here, you probably don't know, but we're not finding out the gender of our baby. We don't care what we're having, as long as the baby's healthy, then we are content with that. Oh, and lastly, one thing that I am doing differently with this baby is I am going to take our newborn to the chiropractor once they are born. I really believe that, you know, birth can be traumatic for them, not in like a emotional traumatic way, but like physically traumatic. Their like bones are going through this tight vaginal canal, or even a cesarean is quite traumatic, not taking away from that. But I am a strong believer in taking babies to chiropractic care to do any adjustments, and I've just done a ton of research on it with this pregnancy, so it is something that we are going to be doing. And yeah, that is everything that we are doing differently with this baby. I'm sure there's other things, but it's everything that I can think of. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.